Okay, hi. So my name is Aniket Gode and I'm going to describe my code before and then let's talk about the problems faced. Okay, so firstly, what we are doing is we are importing the necessary standard libraries such as import CSV, import JSON, and import XML E3 as ET. So basically consider CSV, JSON, and XML file as a folder which are kept in the cupboard, and we are on a table, and now we need to use the folders. So what the import function does is it takes the file from the cupboard and present it us on the table so that we can use it. Okay, so now all the libraries are imported. Let's start with reading the data. With open this as CSV file, we will open the file, we'll read it, and then we create a CSV dictionary reader object to read the data as a dictionary, and then we read the data row by row in CSV reader. Okay, so with JSON file, we do the same thing. We just open the JSON file and we load it in a JSON data and we store it in JSON data. For XML, let's read the data from XML data uh, and create an empty list to store the data from XML file by doing XML data equals to bracket. Then we pass the XML file to get the root element by doing root equal to tree dot get root. So here we iterate through child element record of root and create an empty dictionary to store the attributes of current record. Iterating the child attribute of current record and giving names and values to the record uh, here in record item and this, and then we append the uh, values in XML data. Now we open the text file here and load the data in text data, and in this line customer name, what the RA does is it will find all the specific string that matches like A to Z, small a to Z plus capital A to Z, small a to Z, to find the customer's name like Shane and Chamber at Lewis, uh, Monday and Joyce, happy birthday, like that. Because the data that is provided in the text file is not structured in any format. It has many different type of like names, some sentences, some unclear text. So what we do here is we will clean it and then we will load it in the customer name so that we could get the meaningful data from the text file. So in this set of lines, what we will do is combine the data from multiple sources and convert it into a single language so that all it is easier to understand and analyze the data. So we are creating a list over here by combining combined data, and for CSV reader, uh, in CSV data we are taking the data, same for JSON, and then what we are doing is here we are checking if the first name in CSV record is similar to the first name in JSON record, and in CSV record the second name is it equal to the JSON record last name. This we are doing because in CSV file the names are stored as first name and second name, but in JSON it is stored at first name and last name. So there should not be any confusion. So we are doing this, and then we are combining it and copying it in the combined record. Then we are updating the combined record using this command. Then for this was done for the CSV and JSON. Now we'll do this for XML data. So what we are doing is again same first name in CSV record, matching it to the first name in XML record, and second name in CSV record matching to the last name in XML record. So using this, we will again combine the record and update it, and append it so that we can store it in combined data. So now, of course, there will be like duplicate data because we have appended it, we have updated it. So there will be some duplicate data which are useless and we don't need it. So basically, what we'll do here is for record in combined data, we'll delete record like first name, last name. We'll delete the record like sex and record of ages. Okay. So now here we are checking the combined datas. It will show the datas that are combined. So like just a second. I've actually run the program before, so that's why I've checked it. So now I need to go up again. So see here, first name is line, second name, age, sex, vehicle name, model, year, type, IBAN, and credit card number, security code, start data, end data, address, city. Everything is combined in this format. So all the data from CSV, JSON, and XML is combined in this combined data. So now everything is converted in a single language and then it is combined over here. Now what we are doing is now we need to combine this, we need to put this into the database. So for that, we'll first install the Pony. By pip install Pony, we are installing the Pony. So okay, so this is installed. Then we'll also install MySQL. Okay, so now what we are doing is we are importing the libraries. So here we are importing the libraries and we are initializing the database. Now we are giving the database as DB. So now our database file name would be DB. Okay. So in here we will combine the data in the database by giving the entities. So like we need to give the class like the first name is string, like last name is string, again age is integers, so we need to give it before we store it in the database so that the machine could understand what it is, like it is a number or it is a character, so like that. So vehicle name string, vehicle model string, year also string, type string. These are strings. Okay, so and then we are doing salary option integer, pension optional integer, company optional string, and commute distance equal to optional float. So the above code defines a class combined data as an ORM entity that can be used to interact with the database. So in this we can see there are different kind of classes, like we have done it in two forms, like required and optionals. So why we are doing this is we are doing this to validate the data that is stored in the table. Okay, and then we define the data by in each column. Like I'll show this thing. So ID, the type is integers. Okay, first name type is characters, last name characters, like that. Then what we are doing is now we need to bind this and this together. So what we are doing is we are using db bind provider mysql host is the name for this is okay, and then user my user id, it is student bi25 and then password that is provided over here, and the database name. So the database name is student bi25. Then what we are doing is now to create table, we are using generate mapping. and we are giving it true because it could happen that there is no table. uh, so we need to create a table, so we are giving it true. So in this, what we are doing is we are opening the combined data we have done in the record, and we will store it in our student bi25iy. Okay, so the first name will store this as first name, as we have we have stored in the record first name like this. So we'll assign the first name of from record to the first name in database. Same as to the last name, we will assign the second name from the record to the last name. Similar for the ages, but we'll give int because it is an integer. Vehicle make model, vehicle model, vehicle year, vehicle type, IBAN, everything will be similar till uh, dependent. So now what we need to do is we need to iterate if the if in the record it is dependent or not. So for that we are using if record dependent. If it is, so it will be stored, or if it is not, then it will do nothing. Then for same master status, it will be uh, just copy it. In salary, we will again check if it is a salary, then it will get stored in salary. If not, then it will do nothing. Same for pension and commute distance. So now we are running this file, and we are doing expect value error print if this is invalid and the record that is stored. So you can see we are getting everything. Vehicle year, vehicle type, IBAN, credit card number, credit card security code, credit card start date, the end date, address, uh, address postcode, if retired, if dependent, if marshal state, what is the marshal status, then the salary, pension, and company name, and the distance. We need to wait until this code is just running. You can see the names over here: the first name, last name, age, vehicle model, vehicle year, type, IBAN, everything over here. Credit card details, address, pension company name, and everything we can check from here. We can even edit, copy, or delete, and we can select whatever we want, like five datas, the first IDs, or anything. We can just code it here and we can select it. Let's see if it's done. No, it's not. Okay, so this is done now. So now what we are doing is we are just checking if everything is stored in the student bi25iy. So we will just retrieve the first five records that are stored in the stored from the combined data in the student bi25iy. So we are using select, and then we are printing it. So these are the 1 2 3 4 5 IDs: names, ages, vehicle name, models, year, type. Okay, so we can see everything is combined and okay to do. And now what we are doing is we are using the commit function. What the commit function will do is it will make sure that the changes in the database are confirmed regarding the changes that have been done by users, or whatever I have done. So it will just record it. Now let's talk about the problems that I faced. So the thing is, my device is a low end device, so I faced a problem in like recording videos. So I need to like record it again and again. That was the first thing. Then is the text data type. So like I described before, it was not structured, and so gathering the meaningful data and check it, it was like a time taking process. Um, so we can take a scenario in which a company is getting a large amount of data. So just cleaning it and extracting the meaningful data could waste a lot of time and could also waste the resources. Then, while combining the data in DB session, like here we did, as you can see, it took like more than, I don't know how much time, but it took a lot of time. So this was a little bit less data, but the same scenario, like a company is getting a large amount of data. So what will they do? It will take a lot of time to just combine the data and show it in the database. So that's it with my code. Thank you.